Welcome back to Jess of the North. It is time for us to rack our rhubarb mint wine that we set up a while ago. First step for me is to set up my station. So I have potassium sorbate, which will stop the fermentation. I have clean vessels so that I'm moving the rhubarb mint wine to, and I have the second fermentation vessels full of rhubarb mint wine ready to go. Whatever you're using to stop an active fermentation for your final racking should have directions on how much you're going to be putting in your vessel, depending on the vessel's size. I do have a plastic tube that I can use to siphon, but over time I found the easiest way for me to do this is to decant off the liquid from the second fermentation vessel into my bottle so that I'm storing it in. Decanting just means that I am doing my best to pour the liquid off the top and leave the sediment at the bottom. The sediment is not harmful to you. It's generally something that you don't want in your bottles. Clearing your wine is a step in winemaking process where you want all the sediment to fall out of the wine. Sediment is just the waste byproduct from the yeast working its magic to create alcohol in the wine. So for however many vessels you need, you put in your method of stopping an active fermentation. You pour in your wine from the containers that you had it in for second fermentation. And then I was just making sure when I shake these that I am gently moving the liquid around to ensure that my ingredient for stopping a fermentation is all mixed in. You are welcome to rack your wine as many times as you want to, because I'm a little bit of a lazy gardener and handling of garden materials. I really only want to let them rack after their second fermentation. If there's any sediment in the bottles later, I'm just careful when I pour those off into glasses. Once everything is mixed in, I vent the lids a little bit just in case there was too much pressure built up and I didn't quite have enough vessels. So I went and I found my other clean container, gave it a quick wash, brought it to the table, and I was ready to go for the last bottle. Here you can see all the sediment that I left in the bottom. It's just kind of a cloudy mixture. It wouldn't be harmful if you consumed it, but it's not necessarily like the mouthfeel you're looking for when you're drinking wine. So I set those containers in the sink. Then the next step is labeling. Labeling is particularly important if you try making different types of wine. So this is the rhubarb mint wine. The next wine I'll be bottling is the marigold wine. And having multiple bottles on the shelf would make it very easy to mix those up. Once all the bottles are labeled, these will just move down to a cool, dark place and they'll store for a minimum of a month. They would be best consumed after like 6 months to a year. I'm not usually that patient. I will usually open one bottle about a month in just to see how it's going. And this is the final step in your home winemaking journey. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll catch you next time.